What is up, y'all? This is JT. You guys were all wondering on this Ridgid 18 gauge brad nailer about the dry fire mechanisms. And really it's as simple as when the spring on this side, this part, when it gets down to a certain point, it pushes this little part right here. It seems like it's plastic. It just pushes it out like that. And that's actually what causes it to not fire. If you have like 3 nails in here, which I have 3 nails in here, and you hold on the other side this little plastic piece, if you hold this down, you can actually fire, but it's kind of a complicated process. But I'll show you right now. When you shut it with very little nails in it, I gotta get this lined up. When you shut it with very little nails, see it pops out, and it doesn't stop the gun from firing. It actually stops the safety from cycling. So if I could focus on this, very dark, as you can see, it stops it from going up. But if you tilt it a certain way, sometimes you can push it in. But I've gotten too far down. It stops when there's about 5 nails in there. But if you release this, and then somehow you hold this down, well, the nails fell out, so it's no good anyways. But if you can hold it down while you close it, you can actually shoot the last couple nails. But I don't see what you'd even use that for anyways. But that's how the dry fire mechanism works, is there's a piece in here that once it gets so far, it actually just pushes that out, and that stops the it just stops this part from going up, which is the safety. And I got it to fire down to 3. So I got it to fire down to 3 just holding that with my finger. Now I don't know if you can get it past 3, and now that I did that, I can't really get the 3 back in it. That's kind of why they do that. But just if you put more nails in it, it's fine. No big deal. And what's cool, and I've seen other videos, people sitting their nails all the way up here like this. First off, no, don't do that. That's stupid, it's wrong. It's going to cause you to have jams. And not to mention that, look, if you look right here, that's a 1-inch brad. See, it tells you it's a 1-inch brad. 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and then 1 3/4. It doesn't have a 2, but it should go into this rail right here. And then you've got 2 1/8, which should be all the way up. Don't ever put your nails all the way up here. This is wrong. Incorrect. Don't do that. Put them all the way down on the bottom, and it'll slide right into the right thing there. So it's 1 inch, goes in the 1-inch slot. And then you slide those all the way forward, and then you close it. So, and I suggest on any nailer, instead of just popping this in like most people would do, squeeze this, because there is probably plastic mechanisms that do wear out. I had one wear out on one of these, because as you can see, this holding mechanism is plastic. And so rather than just stomping it together every time, which I do if I'm in a one-handed situation, but as you can see, it's putting wear on that plastic piece. You can see it. So whenever you go to put them back together, and that's a stapler slash 18 gauge nailer. I'm just going to use it for staples from now on, since I have this one. Just whenever you go ahead and you redo your nails, just push the button. It takes literally no effort, and it's going to keep your gun from wearing out prematurely. Other than that, the first off, on the compressor side, it's got a really nice feature which most compressors don't have. This is a one-handed, well, if it's not going to tip over on you, it's one-handed ahead and turn that off so I can talk. Anyways, it's a one-handed shot. You just insert it, and then as you can see, they reflect, so it's an automatic. So you just slide it in, and that's cool. The hose that they give you with the kit, the $200 kit, this is a 25-footer, I believe, and it's not like the ones that come with a Bostage. They're really, really hard. They're, I don't know what they're made out of, mostly PVC, whatever, but this is very flexible and easy to deal with, so I like this. So this was a kit, this gun, this compressor, which is loud, but it's not anywhere near as loud as the Bostage. And the adjustment knob on here is way better because it clicks out to adjust. You just pull it out. It's so light, you can't even do anything with it, and then you just pop it in. Like I said, this is so light, this compressor is so light, you gotta kind of hold it in to do it, but pushing it in is kind of difficult, especially when you're in between. I'm on about 90, which is kind of an in-between, but this gun can do single fire and multi-fire, and cleaning it out is as easy as this piece right here that says clean drive on it. Just flip that up, and now you can clear your jams, which Ridgid claims that this doesn't jam like it won't jam every 2,000 nails. I've already put probably 20 something little nails in, no jams, no issues. They're cheap Harbor Freight ones, no problem, easy enough. So, and it gives you 3 non-marring tips, 1 on it, 2 on the handle, which is nice. And then the adjustment, keep in mind that when you have the non-marring tip, the adjustment's going to be different, so you might have to go full depth in order to sink these past. And just keep in mind on that. So if you take this off, then your depth is going to be different, so just remember that. Not much to say on the compressor. It does its job. It does it fairly well. And like I said, it's pretty light. I mean, maybe under 50 pounds. I don't know exactly what the spec is, but it's fairly light. A lot lighter than the one that I'm using, because the one that I'm using is an old, full-size Campbell house felt. And it's 3.5 CFM, 20 gallon. So this is a 20 gallon. Not easy to move around. Look at the size of that motor on there. Look at this. By the way, that stuff gets real hot. But this is going to be for going around to different job sites. Hopefully I'll have some more job sites to go to as I start getting more in depth with different things. But all this came in this one box. The nailer came in this box. And then the nailer had a bag around it, but I think it blew away. But yeah, it works wonderfully so far. No issues that I can think of. I've seen reviews on these hoses that they leak. Clearly can't hear any leaks. And now maybe it'll run it a little bit more. Let's see how loud it is. Okay, so, oh, mine's picking up. Time to go fly a kite. Anyways, after it fills all the way up to about 150, it actually lets a little bit of the pressure out. So that's good. You really don't want to keep this too high. If you have any sort of a tank failure, it's going to shoot through your roof. But no leaks on any of it, not even on the gun. I wish this tip right here was also the same as that tip, like a one push, you know, connect, but this is actually a pullback connect, which is what most compressors actually have on there. And I am very impressed with the fact that it doesn't have that, because when you're dealing with things, you can just basically push it right in. And so that's easy. It's not leaking so far, neither side. Oop. Be careful when doing that, because you scratch your tips up, then they will leak. Yeah, that's just a little overview of this. I'm going to do some work with it because I got softening and stuff to put up. So, thank you for watching.